What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got the newest of the X5 Legion series, the DH3 or the Daniel Horner 3 gun. Before we get too much into this, let's go to the range and shoot it. All right, guys, we're back from the range. We have the new DH3, the Daniel Horner 3-gun edition. This is the newest iteration of the X5 Legion series from Sig Sauer. Before we get into this pistol, let me tell you a little bit about what we do. We're a soft goods manufacturer. We specialize in plate carriers, chest rigs, placards, ammo totes, EDC belts, two-piece battle belts, a full line of professional-grade canine gear, and much more. You can find all that stuff at our website at rdrgear.com. Before you get too deep in this video, if you like the content we provide and what we show here in the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, comment, interact with the channel. It's gonna help your YouTube algorithm show you more content like this one. It also helps us with the channel and grow the channel and bring up more cool products like this one here. So the DH3, this is, as I mentioned earlier, the latest iteration of the X5 series. To keep it simple terms, Daniel Horner is a professional shooter for Sig Sauer. He was also the team captain for the AMU Army Marksmanship Unit for many years, as well as a coach at the unit there. He now is with Sig Sauer full time, and this is kind of the gun that he developed. And this is probably, in my opinion, the best version of the X5 series so far, simply because a few of the things they've added to the pistol. This one here is the same full-size X5 Legion TXT frame, the same full-size length X5 Legion slide. The one difference is the, if you can see it from here, is the dovetailed front and rear sight. This is what I think is very, very cool about this pistol, because now it allows you to run any red dot optic and have a coat witness iron sight. And we're gonna talk about that as well as a delta point here in a minute. The gun is FDE all the way across the board. I've kind of matched it up just for you guys on the channel today. Surefire X300, Delta Point Pro. The gun comes with 3 of the 20 round TAC Ops magazines, which are pretty cool. You get 3 of these in the package with the pistol. The magwell as well. As I mentioned, the raised X-ray sights, and the coolest part is the infused silicone carbide on the frame. This is pretty cool because this is actually where they take the frame, they'll cerakote the frame, laser out the area where the silicone carbide is to go, and then drop that into the frame. So if you notice, it's flush all the way around and it's kind of recessed into the frame. This will help you with it, you know, dropping the pistol or bumping it against something, and where the edges may chip off or roll off. This is a great way to keep it flush onto the pistol and not have it raised and or for that chipping factor. This pistol shoots lights out. It is my favorite version of the X5 series. I would hope that this pistol comes in black eventually. I think that would be cool because this is a great option for the LE guys out there or competition people. You already know this is where it's at with silicone carbide. For some of the law enforcement dudes who may be stippling frames, silicone carbide could be an option for you if you have sweaty hands, gloved hands, etc. It's something that's a little longer lasting, in my opinion, than having a frame that's fancy stippled. But again, that's my 2 cents on that. I really do like the silicone carbide over, say, a stippled frame. The RMR cut is for Delta Point Pro. And let's talk about this for a minute. So I'm gonna go this route here for this shot. If you can see right here, I'm gonna try to angle this for you guys on the camera. You'll notice how the electronics box of the Delta Point Pro, where the battery and all the widgetry of the dot is here. You'll notice how thick this plate is right here, this area. Well, what that does, it eliminates the use of your rear iron sight. That's the #1 reason why I don't use Delta Point Pros. This is on the pistol today for the review simply to color match the gun. This is the least dot that I use on any pistol. They are extremely fragile in my opinion. I've broken many of them. And I also don't like how you have to bump the adjustments. And the one point, I've only seen it twice. Well, I've heard of it once, I've seen it once in person, is the battery door breaking and coming open and now completely losing the use of the dot. It's a catastrophic failure, 100%. There's no way around it. If that door, for some reason, decides not to latch anymore and not to lock anymore, that is 100% dead gun, no using it, because you can't get the door to stay back down. It simply won't. I've only seen this happen once in the class. I've heard of it happening once before, reading about it. So again, that's just something that if it does happen, it's one of those things that is kind of a tough deal. Oh, now we maybe broke this one. Okay, no. And again, it's a very minute issue, but it is the potential on this particular red dot. Unlike any other red dot out there, that doesn't happen. So that's just something there. The biggest thing I mentioned earlier is the fact that with the way that the sight is set up right here, it simply is no longer used, and you have to use the fancy, super tall co-witness iron sights from Leupold for the Delta Point. You guys, I get it. It matches the gun, and it's super cool, and there's going to be some things there, and people are going to say, well, the Army uses it. I get that. There are more companies now coming out than FDE red dots. You know, I know RMR has one, or Trigger Gun has an RMR that's FDE. I believe Howelson has a new launch of some FDE products as well. So again, if you can look at something other than, and even though you're going to have to use a conversion plate, you're still going to be lower on the gun than you are going to be using a Delta Point and getting different iron sights. And some of you guys are going to say, well, iron sight, co-witness, not a big deal. Again, I get it. But at the end of the day, if you're using the pistol, it's always good to be able to have use of the iron sights in the event that the dot goes down. Some dudes are not going to agree with that. That's my 2 cents on that fact there. Other than that, trigger is a skeletonized trigger. It is the X5 series trigger. Phenomenal trigger. Gun shoots great. The front cocking serrations, these things, I'm 50-50. I understand why they're there, and they're very functional on this pistol. They are a pain for holsters currently. Now that we have the gun, the DH3 mods are coming along. I've done a few of them so far. The one I'm running right now is an older generation P320 holster. I am working on the new ones right now, the mods. So if you do have one of these, you do want a holster mod for it, it is capable to be done. You just order the X5 Legion mod on the website at rdrgear.com, and then in the notes specify DH3, and we'll be able to make it happen for you. Other than that, you guys, this is a phenomenal pistol. I am very happy with this one. After shooting it in regards to the trigger, the silicone carbide, the magwell, the 3 20-round magazines, the very functional yet somewhat of a pain in the butt cocking serrations up front, or lightning cuts per se, super awesome. Has, I mentioned earlier, the X-Ray 3 night sights. Yeah, phenomenal gun. I think you guys would be very happy. And again, I'd like to see it come in black. I think this would be a good option out there. I have not tested it in other holsters. Let's back up a little bit. I have not tested it in a 7 Series holster, so if anybody out there who has tested this pistol in a 7 Series or runs it in a 7 Series holster, drop a comment in the video, let me know, and that'll be a solution for some guys out there as well. But we are working on 6000 Series mods for this holster, or mods for this pistol. As always, Sig Sauer, thank you very much for supporting the channel. This pistol is from Sig. They sent it to us for review. They've been coming on pretty strong lately, helping me out, and I thank them very much for it. But if you guys are looking at any of the X5 series pistols, the Legion, Standard, TXG, the Spectre Comp, the newest one, the Black Dial Spectre Comp, or the DH3, out of the 3 guns, I'm probably going to say a DH3. I own all 3, have been shooting all 3 pistols. I really like this gun in regards to the lightning cuts on the front end, and biggest, like I mentioned earlier, the silicone carbide is by far my favorite feature of this pistol, and I don't think you can go wrong with that. And that's my review on the Daniel Horner 3 gun, the DH3 from Sig Sauer, the latest variant of the X5 Legion Series pistols. As always, guys, we post 2 to 3 videos every week on Gear the Review, Gear the Manufacturer. Until next time, be well. Take care.